All right, so the next voted on problem was number 10. So I'm going to go through over number 10 real quick. The thing with number 10 you have to remember is I'm going to go through every single step. If you want to do this a little quicker on your own, you don't have to go through every single step, but I'm going to go over it. First thing you're going to want to do is you want to look to see if you can have common bases. You can't here. There's nothing that you can really change 3 or 7 into. So what we're going to do is we're going to ln both sides. The reason we do this is to get the powers down below. So this becomes x plus 4 times ln of 3 equals 2x minus 1 times ln of 7. Now what you're going to do is you're going to distribute the ln3 and the ln7 through. So the ln3, this is going to become x ln3 plus 4 ln3 equals, now on the other side we're going to distribute the ln7, 2x ln7 minus ln7. So now that it's all distributed, you want to get all the terms with the x on one side and all the terms without the x on the other side. So I'm going to move this 4 ln3 over minus 4 ln3, and I'm going to move this 2x ln7 over 2x ln7. So this is going to be minus 2x ln7. So on this side, we're going to have x ln3 minus 2x ln7. And over here, we're going to have negative ln of 7 minus 4 ln of 3. So now if you look, all the terms with an x are on the same side and all the terms without an x are on the other side. Now we're going to factor out the x on both sides. So we're going to have x times ln 3 minus 2 ln 7 equals negative ln 7 minus 4 ln 3. Now we're just going to finish and we're going to divide by what's in the parentheses. ln 3 minus 2 ln 7, ln 3 minus 2 ln 7, and x should equal negative ln of 7 minus 4 ln of 3 all over ln of 3 minus 2 ln of 7. So there's your x. You can type it in a calculator. You can leave it like that. Make sure if you use a calculator to type it in, you put it in parentheses. And it should come out to about 2.27. And there you go. Negative ln 7 minus 4 ln 3 all over ln 3 minus 2 ln 7. And that is number 10. All right, the next one is number 15, log base 6 of x plus 3 plus log base 6 of x plus 4 equals 1. Now, we're going to condense it. Now, when we condense it, remember we're making it smaller. And because of this addition, that tells me that this and this are going to get multiplied together. And I can do this because there's the same base here, 6 and 6. So I'm going to condense this into log base 6 of x plus 3 times x plus 4 equals 1. Now I can use the properties that we know of rewriting logs to kind of simplify this a little bit. So this is our base. Remember, the answer is the exponent. So this is going to become 6 to the first equals x plus 3 times x plus 4. And now we have just straight algebra. 6 equals, distribute x squared plus 4x plus 3x plus 12. So that gives me 6 equals x squared plus 7x plus 12. Now to solve it, I'm going to subtract 6. I'm going to have x squared plus 7x plus 6 equals 0. Now to solve for x, you're going to have to factor it. So this is going to become x plus 1 and x plus 6. And those are going to be both equal to 0. So x equals negative 1 and x equals negative 6. Now, that doesn't mean that those are both your answers. You have to plug this back into here and this back into here to check. Remember, the number you're taking the log of can't be negative. So if you plug negative 6 back into either one of these parentheses, you're going to get a negative number. So that one is no good. And your answer is just x equals negative 1. And that is number 15. All right, the last one that was voted on is number 16, log base 3 of x minus 1 minus log base 3 of x plus 2 equals 2. Now again, we're going to simplify it by condensing, same way we did in number 15, except because this is a minus, this turns into a quotient. X minus 1 over x plus 2 equals 2. And we're going to rewrite it just like we did in number 15. Remember, the answer to the log is the exponent, so it's going to become 3 squared equals x minus 1 over x plus 2, which is 9 equals x minus 1 over x plus 2. Now remember, we need to solve for x here. So you can put this over 1 and cross multiply, or you just multiply by x plus 2 on both sides. Those cancel. So that gives me 9x plus 18 equals x minus 1. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 over here. I will subtract x first. Subtract x to give me 8x plus 18 equals negative 1. Then I'm going to subtract 18, and you get 8x equals negative 19. Divided by 8, x equals negative 819 over 8. And then again, you just have to check and plug this back into here, back into here. It ends up not working, so this is no solution. That is number 16. So if you have any other questions on any of the other problems, please email me.